Welcome to the first edition of the Lake Flow. If you haven't seen the entrance, here it is. Welcome back. Something going on here. This is the I Feel generation, and I'm putting my hand up. And on the Lake Flow, we have a new addition. We have a new person, a new host, a new legend in the making, and his name is Chase. And Chase is 17 years old.
Yep.
And as each show goes along, he's going to be smarter than pretty much all of you.
Yes, that is true. I will.
We got some stats for you, but we also understand if you don't recognize me, if you're not Laker family, courtside Laker season ticket holder for the G League South Bay Lakers, and as referenced in the intro. So I've hung out with a lot of great Laker greats. John Stockton's son played for a point guard for South Bay, and I got to know him and his dad, Gary Payton II, Ivica Zubac, Thomas Bryant, Alex Caruso. These are people that were feet from us, talk to us, because I'm courtsider. So
you met the GOAT, Alex Caruso.
Right? The Caruso. Now, my first note, number one, I have Reeves has no A move, but he's got about 16 B moves.
Yeah.
He does not seem to have a go-to move that helps him kind of get his bearings at the beginning of a game. He just seems to have all these, if you go left, I'll go right. If you go right, I'll go left. What do you feel about Austin Reeves not having an A move?
I feel like that's just because it's his second year in the league, and we really can't expect the A move until next year or maybe later this year. We got to wait. He's got to develop everything. He's not fully there yet, I think.
Okay, so we're over. Yeah, because I know. Yeah, we have some other notes about Austin Reeves tonight. Let's go to note number 2. HOT-Chimura. H-O-T. HOT-Chimura. He's always starting hot. He's always confident. He feels great in the 4. I really like him at the 4. Create a lot more spacing. Did a lot of, I think that's what you were talking about. I think Rui gives us spacing, gives us timing, gives us pace.
Yeah.
And in a pace and space league, this is what we're trying to accomplish. So I'm very impressed with Rui. Do you see him? But the injuries have plagued him his entire career. Even in Washington.
Yeah. I mean, injuries are going to happen, but I feel like he'll get over this at a certain point. It won't always be there. And at a certain point, he'll be able to get used to the injuries and be able to play through them, I think.
Now, of course, he's the only Laker not to score in double figures during this game. But let me ask you a question. Do you see him? I see him as playoff Hachimura, playoff Rui, if you will, instead of playoff Rondo. I think this guy gets better. A lot of our guys get better as the season goes along. Some guys just aren't good in regular season. Some guys are just built for the playoffs, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and that's what mostly of the Lakers team is right now, because they only have about 3 guys that have been in the playoffs, and Reeves, actually. That's the only few players they have left that have been in the playoffs.
Wow.
I think, actually, maybe 5. I'm not sure if it's 5 or 4, around there, maybe.
But still, it's not even half a bench. So it's gonna mean a lot.
It's gonna be a lot when that first round comes around.
Note number 3, LeBron is a bullet train. I noticed in the first quarter when LeBron cuts, he is moving at lightning speed. And is it just me, or I haven't seen him live so much, but is it me, or is he just moving so fast?
He moves fast. He's a big guy. He carries all that weight when he attacks the rim, and I like that. He's able to use his weight to move some out of his way, and that's a good idea to do. Because if you don't get that separation before you take the shot, it's just that guy's going to be there, cover it over.
I think you've just proved why D'Angelo needs to run the point, and LeBron can run point when we need him to, but the more he does, the more it seems like the LeBron fence and not Darvin Ham's offense. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I know what I mean.
we're going to start speeding up here. Note number 4, our perimeter D is still very, very soft. Shooters are wide open. Wide.
I think that it's falling down to the defense. The Lakers mostly run a 2-3 or a man defense. They don't ever run a 3-2 defense covering the perimeter. So that's
Right.
what's leading to more open shots on the perimeter.
So do you think that's an adjustment we're going to make? Because obviously that's not Darvin's defense, but do you think that's something we're going to have to adjust to, or is that going to leave AD too vulnerable?
It's something they will have to adjust to, and I think coming into this next game playing who are they playing?
Some team called the Clippers.
Oh, the Clippers. Yes, the Clippers.
I've never heard of them. Yeah, never heard of them.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah,
Playing the Clippers, they will have to go either to a man defense or play 3-2. They can't run this 2-3 on the Clippers. Clippers have James Harden that can shoot from that range from anywhere almost.
Okay, so we change it based on
the teams. You don't want to change it. Yeah.
Which is why you have a deep bench so you can play different styles, right? Okay, great. Yep. Perfect answer. Note number 5, first D'Lo note of the night, the D'Lo scoop shot.
That was.
I know you noticed that too. This guy is starting to become a very young Rondo.
Yes, he is. But I feel like he will be way better than Rondo if he keeps this up. If he keeps it what he just did today and he keeps going through this the rest of the season, I feel like he will. The Lakers should extend his contract and pay him more for this if he continues this.
Consistency will be key. We shall see, my friend. We shall see. Note number 6, AD is picked on by shooters. I noticed that when shooters draw AD in the switch on a screen, their eyes light up. And I don't know why, because AD is so tall, but he just keeps shooting over him and shooting over him. Do you see that too or no?
I see that. It's because, the reason they're shooting over him is his not fast on his feet. He's not quick to get to that guy. He's just very slow. He wants to stay down below, and he doesn't want to switch to that upper place.
So he is a liability. Okay.
He's a liability on the wing, but once it comes into the perimeter, he's got everything. He's got the blocks. He's going to get rebounds. He's going to do everything you need.
Well, I have some more notes about that coming up. Number 7, first quarter, less LeBron is very smart. Really? In the first quarter, do you really need LeBron at point and doing all the stuff and using all his mental and physical energy? I don't think so.
No, you don't. He did great with the assist. He had, I believe, this game he had 5 assists in the first quarter.
Yeah.
About 3 assists in the first quarter. The 2 other assists came up throughout the game. But those 3 first assists were really great.
It's interesting. It's the notes keep coming. It's funny. Note number 8, point guard AD. We see AD doing behind the back, through the leg dribbles. He gets a little contact pull and hits a fadeaway and counting.
Yeah.
And he's showing his point guard. I've never seen AD play like this ever. I've never seen him play close to this. He's ruining Shaq's numbers. He's ruining.
Yeah. But we got to look at 2020 AD. He was playing almost like this exactly in 2020.
Bubble champ, baby. Plop, 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 plop,
yeah.
Plop, plop, plop.
Yeah, bubbles. I really don't count them, but other people do. I
never thought he'd come back. I thought he was too old, but he looks like he's playing better than he did back then. And I think this complements your D'Lo comment. If D'Lo can step it up consistently, it's going to create a lot more space for him.
It will.
LeBron, no, number 9, LeBron and his threes. Bro, if you make a 3, everybody's with you.
Yeah.
When you start bricking threes and it's not the play call, we know it. We can see it.
Yeah, you can see clear as day that team's like, I'm open.
Everybody's standing there. Why is everybody standing there watching LeBron? I'll tell you why, because he's not running the offense.
Yep.
And you don't know what he's going to do. And this is the catch-22 of having LeBron on your team, you know?
Yeah, well, LeBron's on his very team. He always wants, if he thinks he has an open shot, he'll take it. And it's sometimes ruined their reputation of winning the game. And that's what it's sometimes led to with Miami, Cavs, and everyone else he's played with. We saw this last year in the playoffs.
Excellent point. Point. Chase, you're fantastic. We'll have to call you Chase GPT, huh? Okay. Note number 10, D no defense. D'Lo is an offensive wonder, but I'm really having trouble understanding with all that training and all that practice, why are you playing the Olay, let the bull go by you, cape defense? And I know that's not what they're training you to do.
Yeah, I think it's the big men he has behind him. AD, Christian Wood, Rui Hachimura, and LeBron. He's not worried about them. If they get by him, he thinks AD or them will be there. But you can't. You always have to be ready for them and stop them from getting down there.
I can totally see that, though. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
He's got so much behind him. Why worry?
Yeah, but at certain points, they could be on another man far away, not near that basket. So you have to go to that guy and press him. You can't just, he's going, he scored.
Just let him roll. Yep. Oh, we'll get him next time. Because if you keep saying we'll get him next time, the game is over. Number 11, everyone knows how to draw AD out of the paint now. Somebody did it a couple games ago, and now everybody's switching, getting AD on the perimeter, and then the paint is open, and we're going to have to adjust for that. The zone is going to have to help us, but people are starting to find that blueprint, and it's scaring me.
Like what I said earlier, he's almost representing 2020 AD. We need him to come back. They need him to come back out to perimeter and getting used to shooting threes when he can. We can't have just, big AD down in the paint scoring. We need AD shooting fadeaways, threes, one-handers. We need everything from him.
And if he's doing that on the offensive side, then obviously on the defensive side, he needs to stretch out as well. He needs
to stretch out, both sides, he needs to stretch out to the wings.
And use he's not a full 5. He's not a full center. He's 6'10". He needs to be faster. So let's see what happens. He's 31, but let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Note number 12. Spacing with Braun doubled. When I see AD or LeBron get doubled, I am just waiting for a cut and a huge dunk.
Yeah.
Why would you do it? Knowing you're going to give up a highlight and you're going to be on SportsCenter. Why?
We saw this last game for the Portland Trailblazers. It worked. It kind of worked against the
last two components. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, last two components. It worked. But I don't think they realized they had to change because the Lakers, they have guys that will take a drive and a cut just to get that done. And this is what the Portland Trailblazers got to start realizing. They got to switch very fast and get used to different teams' offenses. But they're not. They're just thinking, every team plays the same offense. It's leading to them not having enough steals or turnovers.
It's true. No, that's very true. I really would warn people not to double AD or LeBron.
No, that's true. You don't ever.
You should just accept it and deal with it because I would rather have a layup than a cut dunk showing me on highlight reels, getting. Remember when LeBron dunked on PG-13? They talked about it for a week and a half.
Yep. Yeah. You don't want that happening to your team.
That I can't remember the name of. Okay, Rip City. We're going a little off basketball and on to marketing here. Rip City. First of all, it's RIP City. That's horrible marketing. And second of all, isn't a rip a fart? Why would you name it Fart City? It's just, to me, you didn't do the research outside of your area.
That is true, but also I think the thing of the younger generation.
Yeah, yep, and RIP, it's right there. It's so easy to make fun of you. It's like naming the team the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Make it easy on me,
Yeah, it was a bad decision, I think.
It just looks like Fart City to me. It's just on their jerseys. Okay, number 14, and I know you're going to want to love this one. Mex Christie missing WAO, which is wide-ass open, and then a horrible foul. He misses a wide-ass open 3, a training 3, a tryout 3, a G League 3, and then horrible, horrible walking backwards foul. What's going on with Mex? He is not progressing the way I want him to.
I think it's the nerves in him. It's just all that rookie nerves trying to get out. We're only 24 games into the season for the Lakers. And think about it. It takes a long time getting used to playing with. He's playing with 2 All-Stars, 2, some that might go down as the greatest. LeBron James will go down as the greatest in AD, so that puts a lot of pressure.
I guess we don't feel it from the fan side. You're out there with a couple, first ballot Hall of Famers.
Yep.
You got a lot of pressure on you. When Stu Lance said once that sometimes people can shoot, 60, 70% at three, but they come to LA and they play in a Laker court and they can't throw paint in the ocean. I always loved that comment. I guess the pressure in LA is just that much hotter. So let's should we keep going? Perimeter defense sucks again. Malcolm Brogdon, Christian Wood, and end of quarter one. The one thing I do want to say is see Wood, see wow.
Yeah,
Christian Wood has turned out to be this
amazing.
Almost AD goes down, we're not worried kind of player.
Yeah.
He could fill in like a really good backup quarterback in the NFL. You can go out for a couple games and you'll be all right. I just really love this kid.
I think if the Lakers are able to keep him, I would keep him. They need to keep him. He's a great defensive player, and he can make some good plays on offense. We saw that this game, and we saw how he's a great. He can block almost anything under the rim. That wingspan's crazy.
He has a lot of different capabilities, but he also wants to play. He's not a paycheck player. He's a passion player, and I think Darvin knew that. And if there are any trades, I know people like him aren't going anywhere. And by the way, I'm starting to feel like the Lakers aren't going to trade anybody. I'm just starting to get that feeling where everybody's just gelling, and that's how it is.
Well, we could say that, but it's always came near the end of the trade deadline or came to the offseason. Lakers always make a trade for some reason for just another player. And
well, just to be popular. Okay, well, I love these guys. My original guys, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, that got lost in the AD trade. Those are my, Julius Randle, those were my guys. And it's nice to have a set of guys again. And as we end the first quarter of the game, we really feel like the Lakers are creating a lot of momentum and good vibes being at home, taking advantage of being at home. I just don't see a lot of the negatives I saw last year when we were like 0-30.
Yeah.
I don't feel the same pressures. And coming into the All-Star game coming up, I just don't feel that pressure to make a trade. I don't feel that pressure that we're down. We've beat some of the best teams in the league. So I know we can, we just need something to play in, like the play-in tournament. You give us something to win and we'll win it, but you give us regular season and we get bored.
Yeah, that's what I think the Lakers are looking for. They need something to entertain them. It's like a 7-year-old being at a park. They need something to entertain them. So they need something. Am I wrong? You can't tell me the Lakers are not like a random kid that's going at home. I'm bored. I need something to do. Take to the park. They'll do something.
Yeah. Do you want to play with this? What about this?
Yeah.
Do you like this? Does this excite you? So I couldn't agree more. All right, let's lightning round second quarter here because we have a long way to go. I don't think we're going to make it all the way. Let me ask you some questions. Let's go through a lightning round here. Why do the Lakers not have any Euros? Why is the most interesting player that we have is Austin Reeves because he came from such backwood country? You know what I mean? Where happened to all our Euros? Why they're cheap? They play hard. What happened? Does Rob Pelinka not believe in Euros?
I don't know. I really can't say. I thought you guys had Euro players. I didn't really check to see if any of them are from Europe, but none of them are.
Maybe
I think. Well, maybe this next draft they'll find someone from Europe and pick someone up.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't find players that are cheaper that want to play harder, like a Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want somebody like that? Like you had Zubats, you had Medvedenko when you won a title. You had Svi Was that guy Svi for 3? Like we had all these Euro guys, and maybe because they couldn't shoot, maybe that's why we stopped. But
Yeah.
I just really feel like we need some more Euros on the Lakers. Jeremy Lin, he's not European, but like having somebody that's in a national flavor.
Yeah.
I would like a little bit more. And
I feel like it's the Euro players are starting to realize if they go to the NBA, they're going to realize they will beat our starter, because some of these Euro players coming over the NBA are actually really good and are tough, and now they're realizing they can get paid more for that. So they want to be paid more. That's the other issue, I think.
They revolutionized it, right? Tony Parker and Mono Ginobili brought in the Euro step.
Tim Duncan, he's technically European. He's technically European.
And he Euro step too. And how do you stop Tim Duncan on a Euro step? So
you don't. You let him go.
Okay. I have some notes about the defense. What I thought was really funny is AD is a Packer fan from Chicago. I just thought that just really stopped me. Like, he's all upset about the Packers losing to the Niners because he's from Chicago, and I'm like,
that makes no sense.
I get it. Like, maybe he knew a player, or there was a family friend or something. But if you're from Chicago, bro, root for Jordan, and Mike Singletary's the best linebacker ever. Stick to Chicago, be Chi-Town. So,
well, I don't want to think anyone wants to be a Chicago Bear fan right now.
Continuing with AD, 2 shots to the nose in a row.
That I found that, saw that. It was some 2 hard shots to the nose, back to back.
Let me give you some advice, AD. Stop trying to dribble drive with your nose leading the drive. You're 6'10". Try a hop, skip dribble, something, dribble over people. Don't
have like the last 2 minutes of the half, and you just like in the past.
Whack. Get your face up. You're here.
Yeah,
he's always up, be tall. You'll be fine. Another tough foul for Max. I noticed he keeps having major issues on the defensive end. The up and down effort from the Lakers is abysmal. But 2 or 3 turnovers in the first half. That I noticed.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, do you want to recognize those turnovers, or do you want to recognize the defense and like the offense? Kind of.
I'm going to say the turnovers, because when you don't turn the ball over, you don't create bad situations for yourself.
Yeah, but they got back pretty fast. They weren't slow getting back. They're getting back pretty fast, I got to say.
They kept the gas down.
Yeah.
But it's still an up and down effort. When they're up 15, the energy level goes way down, and that's what you need to. Kobe Bryant never took his foot off the gas. Okay, so
that's fair.
LeBron starts joking around. Everybody starts joking around. Like, nope, focus, because LeBron will be gone soon, and AD will be the leader of the team, and it's going to be a lot more serious. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
We go into the half. Get some Laker girls. Thank you. Dribble drives saving Lakers. I'm noticing that dribble drives, when the Lakers do not settle for a 3 and they take it to the rim and dish, I'm noticing a much higher percentage of success.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I don't think we should shoot more than 5 or 6 threes a game. If they're not wide ass open, don't take them.
Yeah. Well, there's about 2 deep threes in the first quarter. Not too bad, but they're good option threes. There was no one open, and they took it, and that was fair, I say.
If you have the time to shoot, shoot.
Yeah.
If you don't have the time to shoot, fake the shot and drive.
Yep.
Stop shooting threes. We're not a 3-point shooting team. I get the league is 3-point happy, but we're not. Give it up.
I think one thing the Lakers took from the first quarter and taking it to the second quarter was them realizing Portland was not able to score if LeBron was on that floor. Because when LeBron subbed out, Portland went on like a 14-2 run for 3 minutes from the first half.
It's this entitlement of the Hall of Famers will save us. I don't understand where in the second half, I start seeing that change. Not in the first half. But in the second half, I start seeing Austin Reeves coming alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He came alive. And
he starts hitting threes. LeBron looks like he gets in a fight with Wolverine. He's got these 3 gashes.
Yeah, who did not cut their nails that day? That was. You always got to cut your nails. That's one thing.
And 3 even scratches, Super Wolverine, and I just noticed that because you don't usually see that very often. So maybe there needs to be a new rule or a nail check before the game because, I mean, obviously moving that fast, grabbing that hard, you can hurt a lot of people because that looked like it looked like a fight with an animal. So,
Yeah. Well, I like what the commentator said. If they say if someone on their team, because they used to play, they said if someone on their team didn't cut their nails, they'd let them know. And that's what you do in basketball. You make sure you cut your nails because you don't want to hurt anybody.
so somebody's not doing proper hygiene, and that's a big deal. Basic hygiene. Stop me when you find something interesting. I think the Lakers are much more successful when AD gets the ball in the post, and that's what starts every play. Do you agree, yes or no?
I agree on that. I agree.
We move to the announcers, and Stu says Billy Mack needs professional help and that he will drive him to get help. And I laughed so hard.
That was a funny moment.
A lot of people like Billy Mack. I don't like him. I think he's okay as an announcer, but I don't like him. And I love it when Stu picks on him. I love it. And I can't get enough of it. I just had to mention that. How to offensive foul. Mr. Vandalorian. You do not, knowing you're going to make an offensive foul and you can't change directions, run through the guy, take the foul, maybe even the flagrant, but you're a big guy and you need to know that don't stop running and be nice to people. If you know you're going to get called for a charge, run through that guy. Take something out of him. Why is he so polite? There's something about Vando that's just not quite there. Agree?
I agree. There's something missing that doesn't give him that extra aggression that he needs.
I like it. AD had the same problem. Maybe they can fix it.
Yep.
Mousa Dagher. Name you don't know, you've never heard. Mousa Dagher was the referee, the younger referee, and the reason I remember him is because I was courtside at G League games for I've seen him ref 100 times. And he's a really good ref, and he called a charge, and he called some turnovers for the Lakers, and he was very excited. I think he's a Laker fan. But it was just really nice to see G League referees refereeing NBA games and getting paid, and so they can, you don't just have to ref NBA games. It seems like the NBA is really doing well with getting everybody work, is what I'm saying, and I just wanted to let you know. Cam Reddish seems to be improving, yes or no?
That's oof. I would say kind of. I wouldn't say fully. I would say kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Cam's defense is fantastic. I think his offense needs to pick up, and he can replace Vando. So let's see what he can do, but he's got to get a nice sidestep. Let's see what else he can do. Deloading, but we'll get to that. He just started warming up. The Malcolm Brogdon interview continues. Malcolm heating up. I like that too. I thought that was really good. And we only have a few notes left here. Lucha, Libre, Lebron. Lebron shoots the ball and then flips over backwards, gets back up, and runs the other way.
And everybody went crazy on that.
He looked like a Mexican wrestler. He's so limber for 39. I'm so impressed.
He is, he's really limber.
Number 39, number 40, both deloading. Wow, behind the back to himself, the bounce off the ground to LeBron, just the development of him playing point guard, being a point guard. He's a point guard getting to play point guard. Am I making any connections here?
Should play point guard.
That's where you put the point guard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, could you just believe what he was hitting? He just went unconscious.
No, he was hitting. He almost hit a logo three near the middle part of the fourth quarter, and that was amazing shot. I'm not gonna lie, amazing.
It was very. Remember his first year in the league was with Kobe, and now this year is with LeBron.
Yeah,
he was with LeBron last year. When you have Kobe and LeBron in your life, early and late in your career, you're going to be successful. So I really enjoyed that. That beard on LeBron there's more gray every day.
There is that. I noticed that right away when they're doing the intros. I looked at LeBron. I just saw gray. I was like, oh, that is more gray than I last time saw it.
And I'm like, you're on TV. You might want to color that, bro, because
but I think he's starting to tell us that this might be a sign that he's like, I really don't care if I don't color it. I'm getting close to my retirement.
Yeah, I don't think no. And with the whole Bronny thing going on,
I think the thing about Bronny is he's going to be a free agent when he gets to the team.
I don't think he's going to get drafted either. But the Lakers have a second-round pick. They'll use it. You know why? Because this isn't my story. Everybody else has broken this story 800 times. But if you draft Bronny, LeBron will play for you for free.
Yeah.
He'll play for a minimum contract.
Yeah.
So I know the Lakers want to pay people, but could you imagine LeBron, AD, and then bring another star? Because you can afford it, and you would have LeBron, AD, say maybe a Zach LaVine. Not saying Zach, but another caliber player like that. Because LeBron's making a veteran minimum. Ooh.
Yeah, I wouldn't think Bronny would be. He would be like the off-court star. He'd be famous for being a LeBron and LeBron playing with his son. He wouldn't be like a good star in the game. Like he wouldn't be scoring a lot. That's the only thing.
I think he could be a good bench rotational player. You know, I think that's LA's full of stars, bro. Like you said, we always do something star related, so it's just who we are. We just have to accept it. We go into garbage time. Little Hood-Shaf, little Robin Hood, little Hood-Shafino, and he let me down. He looked horrible. Colin Casleton looks very, very polished for a 7-foot, 100-pounder. I mean, that guy doesn't look like he weighs much, but you see him in the G League, and he is a force to be reckoned with. So I love Casleton like I love Zubats and tacos.
Yeah, everybody's supposed to get free tacos, I bet. Oh, yeah, they did actually. They got the...
So we held them to 110, which is underneath 111. So Jack in the Box, if you're looking for a podcast to sponsor, Chase is man.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know to explain this to you, but this is our first episode. We haven't planned anything. We just took some notes. And nowhere in this place did we say, I feel like, and I feel this, and I feel that, because you don't feel.
Yeah, you can't go feeling. You have to know.
You love it.
Yeah.
You love the game. And if all you can do is, I feel this way about this, I don't think you're a very good commentator or podcast host, because it shouldn't be about how you feel. It should be your opinion.
Yeah.
And your position is how you see it. But of course, if you're 5'1" in your mother's basement, you're lonely and you'll never play. I get it. But the whole thing here is we're Laker family. And very soon you're going to see Chase and I courtside at a G League game, and we'll do some recordings from there and with the Laker girls and some trophies and some different things. And I want you to enjoy the show, because we're not going anywhere, because it's time to raise the bar on quality Laker content.
Yeah, we don't need these guys out there going, "Oh, I feel like." No, you don't feel. It is a true opinion in what you think, like you said.
And if you don't have an opinion because you've never played, you've never been part of a team sport, you've never understood that, that kind of thing, well, go out there and join and do something like that and gain some experience. And then you can be like Chase and I, who've been through, I was in the U.S. Army overseas. You want to talk about teamwork? You could die if you screw up. So the whole point here is that you have to be, I'm sorry, this is the 6'2" club. And if you're under 6'2", maybe this podcast just isn't for you.